If we see anybody with 5s in the scores, they're using berserk mode. It's something you decide game by game. So 2196, good luck. We've not played before, there's no head-to-head score there. 2800 games of rapid for my opponent, and I'm just over 200, I think it is. 220. I've done lots of blitz and bullet, but not that many in rapid. So we're just playing a normal Caro here. Yeah, this was a line that Gary kind of introduced a long time ago. Let's just play it traditionally, probably take in the conventional way, but you can go the G-pawn as well. Just get the bishop up, get castled. Might go opposite side castling, that's quite common. Bishop up targeting the pawn, but the Greek gift doesn't work this early on, I don't believe, so I think I'm safe to castle. Castle takes, and if knight check I can take as well. So it's whether you want to go conventional and just cast. Now he does. So we're going to move the rook across, the bishop up somewhere, the knight probably where the rook is. And the bishop will probably end up coming around the angles. Okay, I'm going to move the knight up first and then the rook across, possibly the queen up first. All very standard. We've got an option to challenge this bishop now. I'm using a new mouse now. It's the same as my old one. I use a Logitech mouse. But I'm using a new one. Oh, he's letting me take there to grab a pawn. Yeah, I think I've got it set right. Hopefully it's working nicely. Take. I had this with somebody not that long ago as well, and I can't remember what I did. Here. And if you take back, you can try and get boxed in. And bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. It's whether I'm allowing a repetition. I don't think I am. I'm going to gamble and take. It's whether you run the risk of taking here and getting your bishop possibly trapped. But I have to be really careful. But I'm going to go for it. If takes and queen takes now, you just walk into a pin. So I'm trying to win the bishop. Oh, have I got the simple rook across first? But taking back undoubles my pawns. But rook across first and taking back, keep the pawn structures symmetrical, could be better. Ooh, what do I want to do? I'm tempted to just take with a pawn to undouble the pawns, but maybe I should risk it and go across. But then we're both going to be basically in the same position, aren't we? No, I'm going to trust my instinct, go with the pawn. King up. Yeah, he's gone across. Just got to be a little bit careful here, but I think I've got king up, pawn up, rook across, knight across, them sort of ideas. But f5, then knight across. There would be a chance for him to take though. And I want bishop here to challenge this bishop. Got to pay attention, but rook across is an immediate counter threat. Just have to pay attention. So I like bishop up here. Idea is probably a pawn down. But I'm going to do it anyway, and then rook across. I'm expecting a move like pawn down, but I do have rook over. But then there's a potential risk of a queen taking if I'm not guarding the pawn. You gotta be careful. I guess that's a safe pre-move. Okay, goes there. Yeah. Take, and rook across is obviously the idea. So I'm going to play across and hit the pawn immediately. Oh, so he has taken. Okay. So if I take, the idea is you go with a check and you hit the queen. So have I just blundered this one? Gain a queen, lose a bishop. Step across, lose a queen. Yeah, I've got to take the bishop, I think. If rook takes, I go here. Sorry, I don't go there. If queen takes, I go there. If rook takes, though he has gone with the queen, so I can grab a pawn. You're going to step across. Now, can I just simply step back then? I think I take. I hope I can step back, but I thought I had maybe knight across to guard, but then it blocks my rook in. So it feels like I should just play the rook back for now. There is a check threat. So knight back would deal with that and guard the pawn. So I'm going to go with the knight and then release the queen here, but this rook's a bit loose. This rook needs to come over. You probably play rook across. So yeah, I might have messed this one up. So there's a big threat now. This game might be already finished. I don't think it's possible to defend that, is it? I think I've blown this one, not to worry. What if I go here, you just take? Actually, I guess I can just step the king back. What's wrong with that? Rook down. I'm still guarding the pawn. Takes, check. As long as I can move away. Maybe still in it. So what's wrong if I go here? Say rook down. Shift the queen up. Or even just king across, actually. What's wrong with king across? Yeah, we double cover this. We can try and bring this rook back. We cover this. We cover the checks. We're threatening a move like rook across to charge the file. I'm very low on the clock now, though. Very low on the clock compared to my opponent. It's very easy just to forget that this rook is not protected by anything, but in principle I just want rook across, I think, as my next move. Knight holds the pawn. Queen covers this. The rook has come down. So surely I still need this. I don't think I can create anything else. So I'm just going to play it. Check. And I can step over, I think. Sorry, check. Does go there. Actually, what's wrong with stepping back here? If I step back, you take, you check. I go across. Is that the same thing though? No, I go here. If you take, actually take with a king, I think. And if you queen check, I block. Yeah, if you take, I take with the king, I assume. If you check, obviously I'll have to take, then my pawn is falling. But I have got a knight. Check. Obviously I have to take or I'll lose my rook. Very good game by my opponent, so isn't it? Very good. They've already got 2 pawns for a knight. If they grab another one and maybe another, then could be completely winning for white. If I've got no real counterplay, if the white king is safe. So I bet that's what my opponent is debating. If you check, I have to take or I'll lose my queen. Take, and maybe the king back with an idea to rook down. My rook's not really doing anything at all where it is here, apart from helping to protect the king. Rook comes forward, threatening a check, so that's, again, possibly just game over as well. Oh wait, hold on, has my opponent just given me a chance here? I can double up there, I'll lose my knight, but I've got a mate threat, right? Check, you have to go there. Even rook here, you have a check. Obviously I can drop the rook back. Rook across, then I've got queen over. But then I have to take with the queen. Then you pin me, so that's no good. Maybe just rook here then. I think I go here, but I'm not sure. Rook across. Queen over, takes, pawn takes. I'm going to go here. If my queen wanders off, you've got to check and you win the rook. Queen here, I'm hoping is a move, but might not be. My idea is if you go here, I'm going to leave my pawn guarding my rook and not capture, but maybe queen right across and then I take back with a check. Maybe throw in the check first, then you have to come up, then queen across. But then my knight's not so guarded. Yeah, then my knight's not guarded. I don't think I've got a way to sack the rook there because the king can still step up and my queen can't get in. Across takes, check, back, and that's just checkmate, so we definitely can't take. But I can go here, I think, or here was my idea. That was my idea, and if you take, I take back with a check. As if you trade, I just simply take the queen back. But if you take my rook, I take with a check. If I get pieces off the board, I think I'm doing well. But otherwise, I'm just constantly defending. Really tough position, this. Okay, we're just under a minute down on the clock now, so we've got a little bit of time back, but we're both getting a bit low on time. But trade takes with check, rook blocks, I take the queen. So at least we get momentum for one move, then we can just take the queen next move. So I don't think my opponent can take the rook. At least not this move, yeah, queen out the way, so again, check. You're going to step forward. What about just simply knight up now to attack the rook? I'm going to play knight up. Again, if you take, I take with a check. Now you can block with the rook, but I think I can sidestep, but I might be proven wrong, but I think I can. And get the cursor off the board so there's no accidental slips. Take, check, rook g4. Oh, the rook's just gone across, okay. I'm just going to take and come back now. Now I hope I can push my pawn up and then plant the knight, release the rook, and then it's getting dangerous for white. My king feels reasonably safe now with one of the rooks off the board, but doesn't mean it is. Doesn't mean it is. Yeah, so I thought I could push a pawn up here. If you come here, if I take, the queen can take. So you can actually push there, but then maybe queen across. It's risky for both of us. Here, takes, the queen can take. Ah no, queen can't take, I just take and I'm covered, I'm alright. Okay, that's a nice move, or is it? Okay, double guard the knight, guard the pawn, threaten the pawn. Now I've nearly got the time level. If I take there, of course, I lose my knight potentially. It's whether I'm getting any... take. If you take, I've got check and I collect, so there is a threat to take. Again, if you take, I think I'm alright. I'm going to bring the king up, maybe the queen up. Ooh, That's a potential problem, but my knight does guard this. I'm wondering if my king can as well. Maybe just queen up, then try and release the rook. Okay, so what if I take now? If you check a block, take, if you take or take back. I think I can take there. If you go here and I block, I'm going to end up losing my rook. Queen takes, king takes, you take, and that's over. But take, I think I can block with a knight. If you... So I cover this pin and I cover the rook. I'm covering that. Now if the rook wanders off, I've got a check threat with counterplay potentially. 3 against 5 pawns, but now I've got potential counterplay. There's no check for white. But now I'm up on the clock. Okay, so now we need activity. So we're going to centralize the queen, threaten to check and pawn grab, threaten to check, threaten to activate the knight. Knight up creates a checkmate threat. Okay, I need to use my time here. I've somehow gone 30 seconds up now. So cursor off the board. Okay. Is there a chance to check? Take, take. No, there isn't. I can check and grab a pawn, no, so I don't see why not. My knight covers the checks again. I can come back, there's no check. So we've gained a pawn there, we're threatening to gain another pawn. That's a check, that gets rid of the queen, that should win the game. Should do. Create a pass pawn. Okay, we're going to collect this. Let's take it. Okay, I guess we just take. I can sack my knight to gain the pawn here. If you take, I just take, and you can't stop my pawns. That's a really good win, isn't it? That's an excellent win.